Alright, we're going to try to do Fan Friday outside before it rains and before it gets too windy. Ready for Fan Friday? Let's do Fan Friday! Heather wants to know, how big was Memphis at 8 weeks? I think she was like 9 pounds? I don't remember. She wasn't that big. She was little. Mustafa and many others of you have constantly asked this question. Why do we only have girl huskies? How come we don't have any boy huskies? It just ended up that way. I'm not against having boy huskies. We just have girl huskies. Yuki wants to know, what is a good harness for walking my husky? I am a fan of the step-in harnesses. If you go to our online store at GonetotheSnowDogs.com, you can look up the lupine step-in harnesses. Those are, I know, those are my favorite harnesses for walking the dogs. Brett wants to know if Memphis likes to be bathed. She hasn't had a bath yet. And he also wants to know, how old is Memphis? Memphis will be 6 months old on October the 4th. So she's almost 6 months old. Almost. Irene wants to know, have you ever considered training your dogs not to pull while on walks? No. I want them to pull. I don't want to do anything to deter them or make them fearful of pulling because they, you know, we use them to pull the sleds and they pull the bike and things like that. So personally, I don't want to deter them from pulling in any way. Andrea says her husky's been drinking a lot of water, and they do live in the desert, but she's not sure why the dog is drinking a lot of water, and they are taking her to the vet on Monday. Sometimes when dogs drink an excessive amount of water, it means they have a bladder infection, so yeah, I would definitely go to the vet just to be safe. Amy says, how often does a 9-week-old husky have to go outside during the middle of the night? Is it like having a newborn in the house, up every 2 to 3 hours? Yeah, that's about right. About every 2 to 3 hours. If you set a schedule and let them out about every 2 to 3 hours, you're going to have a lot less accidents. It was probably about every 2 hours with Memphis for the first few weeks, and then, you know, you kind of slow it down a bit. So yeah, a lot like having a newborn. Florence says, our 5-month-old husky won't eat his food. He usually eats 2 to 3 cups of food a day. Holy cow. We tried a different brand, but he won't eat it. For now, he only consumes 1 cup a day. Some dogs know how much they need to eat, and they won't purposely overeat. If your dog, 2 to 3 cups for a 5-month-old husky is quite a bit. Memphis is only on 2 cups right now, and she's almost 6 months old. And then the big girls only actually eat 1.5 cups a day, unless it's a heavy work day. Like if they've been pulling the sled, then I usually give them 2 cups. Just depends on their activity level and what they've been doing. So your dog might be doing well on 1 cup of food. Just watch their weight, and you know, that might be all they want to eat in a day. Shelby says, I like your name, Shelby. My 6-month-old husky Samoyed loves to dig. No matter what we do, we can't get her to stop. Any suggestions? Well, there's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole, there's a hole. But if you notice in our yard, this is the only place there's holes. Sometimes the best way to get a dog to stop digging is to actually give them a spot to dig. Like give them their own sandbox. Our girls now have their own sandbox, and this is the only place they dig. That might be your only solution. Heidi wants to know about the neighbor dogs. What breed are they, and have we ever met them? I have met both of the neighbor dogs. Shelby has met one of them. She met Cabela. Their names are Cabela and Dudley, and Shelby and Cabela did not get along. The neighbor dogs are not the friendliest of dogs. They're loud and noisy, and they don't seem to do too well with other dogs, so they're not allowed to come over and play. Charlie wants to know if Memphis sleeps in bed with us. Sometimes. She can get up in and out of the bed on her own, and sometimes she does sleep in bed with us. She's eating acorns again. Can you stop eating all the What? Shelby, you're gonna eat an acorn? I've never seen Shelby eat an acorn. Oh, I see how it is. You make your sister test it out. I'll make Memphis try that, and if that's good, I'll try one. And then I'll eat an acorn. Bury them acorns and grow me some trees, girls. That's all we have for Fan Friday today, you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Hopefully I'll have a Snow Dog short up this weekend. I know I haven't done one in the past couple weeks. So hopefully I'll have a Snow Dog short up this weekend. Other than that, that's about it. Jamie's inside with a cold. I think I'm catching the same cold he has. If you haven't watched yet, if you go over to youtube.com/withoutthesnowdogs, we went to a YouTube gathering at Cedar Point, and I just uploaded the video on that, so you can go over there and check that out. Subscribe to that channel if you haven't already. That's all. It's time to feed these girls dinner. Thanks for watching. Bye!